We are back on Nittany Game Week. Same kind of start to the year. A Big Ten road game, different kind of setup. This one is on a Thursday night, prime time at Purdue. And Purdue's dangerous, especially in their own house. Let's send it to Coach Paterno and Coach Bradley for a Boilermakers breakdown, which happens, Jay, on a Thursday night.
Thursday night. Look at this. Year 2, big screen. We got all kinds of fun going on. So let's get right into Purdue right now. And let's start out with Purdue. Had some problems protecting the quarterback, but when you get to him, you got to get him down because this guy can extend plays. And let's take a look at the video how he does that. They get the pressure. They got him. Looks like it's going to be a sack and a field goal attempt. Gets out of it. Next thing you know, you got a touchdown. Let's talk about what Purdue does then to adjust to that. What they're going to do is they're going to move the pocket, Tom. I know when you guys want to know where he is, but they move the pocket. Talk a little about how they do that.
Well, they're doing that to buy some time to help their offensive line play action fake versus quarter coverage. They're going to take right here. You get the safety's going to bite on this, go up over the top.
Let's take a look at that on the tape. And again, this wideout is back. He was the MVP of the bowl game for him. 7 catches, 217 yards. A big one-on-one problem for a lot of people. So watch to see how Penn State handles him in the one-on-one situations. Now let's talk about what else they do to help themselves in the pass pro. Quick passes, they spread you out, and the ball's going to get out in a hurry, Tom. And I know that's frustrating when the pass rush, when the ball's out so fast.
Well, it's great. They spread them out. They know exactly what they have. We got a 4-man rush. Everybody else is back off the ball. He'll be able to see this better now and take his shot wherever he wants to go.
And they roll to a 3, and they get the seam. So let's take a look at the seam.
Like you said, 3 deep, Jay.
And watch how quickly this ball's out. The ball snapped, you're talking 1,001, 1,002. Less than 2 seconds, ball's out, and away they go. Now, let's talk about Purdue's base defense. 2 safeties high, Tom, which gives them some problems against the run. That was a real problem for them last year. Again, 5 guys here, 5 guys to block, and have some trouble north and south, Tom. Again, up the field, they get guys moved, they create some holes, and now the safety's got to make that tackle. That's a problem for them.
Exactly. One-on-one, open field, good back, good luck.
Now, when you have trouble with the run, now you got to create some rundown blitzes. And when you get the rundown blitzes, you want to throw the ball, right, Tom?
You sure do.
Because then you get the matchups that you don't like, Tom, right?
No, I don't. But I know they're running a smoke game here. It's 0 coverage in the secondary. It's straight man-to-man. And that's kind of a neutral blitz, run-pass blitz. So it's not like you're overloading one side. Guess what? You better get home.
And that safety is covering a slot, and if safeties could cover, they would be corners. Let's take a look at how that works for Tennessee here. They get the slot on that safety, and now they're lucky because they get a penalty. It's only a pass interference rather than a big play splitting them. Let's go to the next thing. Again, tempo is a problem for them. They don't get lined up. You can see all these guys when we go to the video. They're not lined up. They have 1 DB at the top of the screen against 2 guys. Again, there you go. You got 1 guy out there. They block him with the wideout, and now you got to walk in.
Not a good thing, especially if you're standing by the head coach on the sideline.
Yes. Now, let's take a look at some things with Penn State, because I know people want to talk a little bit about some things there. New running backs. Again, everybody likes the running backs carrying the ball, but they got to know what they're doing. There can be no confusion. Here you have 6 guys to block 5 from Michigan, and they can't do it because they're not on the same page. Take a look at the video on this one. Again, the running back's blocking no one. The guard and tag center are blocking 1 guy, and here comes the linebacker. Last thing, Tom, let's talk about the upfront push in the run game last year.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the thing. If you don't have that, that's going to be a long afternoon for you. You've got to get pushed. You've got to get these guys back, because if you're catching, these guys end up in linebackers' laps.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the video and watch how that offensive line moves the defensive line backwards. They catch the linebacker. Next thing you know, your safety's got to make tackles. If the safeties are making a lot of tackles on Saturday, going to be a problem. But I don't foresee that. I think Penn State's going to have a big night on Thursday, Todd, on Thursday.
Right, correct it yourself. Very well done. All right, well, it should be a good one, definitely. And a little extra juice in West Lafayette on Thursday night. Once again, the Nittany Lions season opener will air on Fox Sports, just like it did last year. We caught up with their lead game analyst, Joel Klatt, at the Big Ten Media Days. He's ready to see how the 2022 Nittany Lions bounce back from their poor finish in 21.
I love doing Penn State games. You know, they played so well before Sean got injured against Iowa. And always love dealing with Coach Franklin and his staff. And I'm really excited to see how how this transition away from Brent Pry is going to go, with Manny Diaz. I think that Brent has been one of the most respected defensive coordinators in the Big Ten for a long time, and rightly so. Their defense was, and in particular last year, was really the hallmark of their team and what kept them competitive. So I'm interested to see how that comes to fruition and how that change is going to go.
Penn State at Purdue airs on Fox. Nittany Lions are about a field goal favorite on the road. When we come back, our Impact interview with head coach Urban Meyer will be back on Nittany Game Week after this.